with a new Blood Bowl team. I'm very excited about this. I am very, very excited about this. Who could it be with this pointy finger in this long cape? Could it be the Vampire Court, or could it be something else? Let's find out. Yes, the video is muted because I do not want copyright ID claim. Let's go. Very awesome. Second season Blood Bowl edition. There we go. Awesome. Very awesome. A team you can count on. All right. Very awesome. Players with plenty of bite. Yes. It's time to raise the stakes. Awesome. I love this. I love Blood Bowl. I have some teams that I've got to paint up, but the blood in the Blood Bowl. Very, very awesome. Very, very, very cool. I'm very excited about this. Blood Bowl is meant to be goofy. It's meant to be fun. These guys were great fun playing on the old games, the PC games. They have very, very fun mechanics where they might go to your thrall and knock them down. They might not.
The new vampires for Blood Bowl, a classic team for Blood Bowl, of course, but with a reimagining with a sort of real classic horror vibe going on throughout the team. They're just fantastic miniatures.
Ow, 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 ow. I just banged my foot on my computer. Ow. Alrighty, but I do love these. I love these models so much. They're very, very cool. You got your ugly guy there, your Nosferatu. You got the guy who's turning into a bat there. You got your scary mamas in the back. You've it's great. It's good. I want these guys. I will probably be ordering these guys.
So we've seen a few undead warbands, undead teams for Blood Bowl, and these take a very different angle. They've got a kind of romance horror sort of vibe to them. So you can see a mix there of vampires, which are obviously very capable. They're all the things you want a Blood Bowl player to be. They're fast and tough and killy, and you've got the thralls in there as well, which are basically
these guys with the fancy.
Even covered in bandages and plasters where they've been bitten all over the place in their big frilly shirts. The actual team, in terms of the game, have changed quite a little bit. They still sometimes feed upon the thralls in the middle of the game if they roll badly on their bloodlust rolls. But there's actually some new positionals as well. They've got a thrower for the first time, which is so cool to have a vampire with a pass skill. And also in the team, blitzers, which we had before, which we can see here, they've got the juggernaut skill and they're pretty good. But also we've got runners in the team as well for the first time. They're movement 8. They're so fast and drudging all over the place.
They're like skinks that kill you.
Literally skinks that kill you, yeah. Terrifying players. You pay the gold coins for them, of course, but they're great. So a really nice reimagining of the team. Wonderful new miniatures, and I love that.
Very, very cool.
It's the classic horror, isn't it? That is just could be straight out of a novel.
Yeah, there's lots of as we've seen with Blood Bowl, that the miniatures designers have taken the opportunity to add some humor in there as well. So lots of the kind of peripheral bits you get in there, like the tokens and the turn counters and things. There's lots of bats doing various things in coffins and hanging upside down and being generally mischievous. So it's a really fun.
I want to see the tokens. Show me the tokens.
The plasters everyone's wearing, just like hints they've been bitten all over the place. That's just fantastic.
Poofy shirts as well.
The poofy shirts.
Bring it back.
There we go. On the way for Blood Bowl very, very soon, and can't wait for them.
Yeah. And then we've got some.
They really didn't show any of the tokens for that. That's disappointing because I know there's very few of us that like Blood Bowl stuff, but Blood Bowl is great. Blood Bowl is good. Blood Bowl is lots of fun.
Other board game news for you as well.
Okay.
Ooh, what is this? Before we get into that, let's mute this and see what it is real quick. All right, so it's something else. We'll actually let these two run together. We've got some sea elves or something, I guess. Underworld DeathGorge. All right. Yeah. Oh, no. This is Slaneshi stuff. Gross. We got a squid. Claim the Everwinter's Soul Bounty. Right? Got a new hero with squid and octopi stuff. Yeah, the sea elves of doom. And then we've got this lovely grotesque lady. Ugh. With her demonettes. Alrighty. I wish you could actually buy the models individually. Because I really don't want all the models sometimes when they come out with these. Like they'll have one or two that I really like, but the rest that I just don't care for. But Let's see what they have to say about this.
New series for Warhammer Underworld DeathGorge. Nick, what do we know about this box?
I'm so excited. Well, DeathGorge takes the action to Antdor, where the General's Handbook for Warhammer Age of Sigmar has it. The whole place has been frozen over by the Everwinter. There's a frozen wasteland. And we've got a whole new season of Underworlds with really cool miniatures, loads of cool little rules tweaks as well all over the place. But I know what everyone's saying in the chat. There's a squid, Eddie, and in that warband, which is just the coolest thing. We'll come to that in a moment. Of course, we know it's there. The whole season's changed. There's a few rules tweaks here to make the life better for players. A few little things to make life clearer as well. You can add the plunder rule gets changed, for example, if you play Underworld. But the big news of the
I don't really play these. I just picked up a Vampires box set a while back because I wanted to paint those guys and test out a color scheme for the skin. But so I have no idea what he's talking about.
of the season, the two new warbands in there: Sirenes Razors, the Idneth Deepkin, and the Thricefold Discord, who are the Slaneshi Demonettes.
So let's talk about the Slaanesh warband first. This
All right, you've got, she almost kind of looks like a Tyranid almost with some of her stuff. Snaky lady, and then you've got the star in the middle. Gross.
is some quite interesting takes on the Slaaneshi vibe. What do we know about these guys?
So yeah, you're absolutely right. They are absolutely they're sort of reminiscent of the sort of excess that Slaanesh shows. The leader is Vexmore, the excessively indolent in the center there, who's the laziest demonette ever and actually thrives off the laziness. In fact, she's so lazy, if she fails to defend herself, she takes less damage in combat, which is cool. We've got Lassiver, the Bladed Blessing, on the right, and Vashtis, the Coiled, on the left. They all hate each other, and in fact, they get better in the game as if one of the other ones fails, which is great. They're a really cool warband in the game, quite tanky and quite aggro as well. So get them involved.
That is a neat mechanic. That would be something cool too in Warhammer 40k for Slaanesh models or heroes.
Into a fight, they're just really cool models to paint up, and a wonderful warband to use. Pretty difficult to use in terms of the game. They've also got some really cool little rules tweaks in there as well. There's some cards called Temptations, where you can offer your opponents a choice to make.
It's a little bit like the mechanic in Age of Sigmar.
Absolutely, you know, they're both bad choices, but you've got a choice to make. And they've also got some upgrades called False Gifts, which you can give to enemy fighters. They're basically good, but have a downside. Like you might get a +1 wound, but you might not be able to move anymore, which is cool, right? That's proper Slaneshi.
There it is, the squid.
Facing off against them. There are other
octopus.
Fighters, because I think everybody wants to know about this guy. So I assume the warband leader here.
Let's be honest, probably no, actually not. This is Sephanir, the cephalopod. Is just absolutely monstrous. He's huge as well. It doesn't really quite show you how big this model is, but he's monstrous in the game as well. And you'll be happy to know he's got a special rule in the game where if he gets attacked, he can squirt ink in your face and escape, which is just the coolest image I can think of.
So it does come with some other models as
Of
well.
course, yeah.
So this is an Idoneth warband. We've obviously got a magic user in there as well and a couple of fighters. So this looks like a fairly flexible warband that can do a bit of everything.
Yeah, they are a flex aggro warband and go for objectives as well. You've got the Battle Mage in the center, who is the leader, Serenity of the Abyss, and the two Namati either side, who are just good warriors who just dish out the attacks. Yeah, they're a really good, fun aggro warband to go and smash your opponent's face in. So yeah, the Slaneshi one is more about sort of like tempting your opponent into, and controlling what they do and manipulating. These guys just run forward and smash your face in, and they're very good at it too. So both really good fun to get involved in. And there's a squid.
A squid of doom.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with that. No, it's absolutely brilliant.
I mean, it wouldn't have been my first choice to invade an icy chasm, but you know, that's just fine. You know, they've gone with squid. That's fine.
Of course, the box comes with 4 decks of cards for Warhammer Underworlds. On the top, you've got the 2 Rivals decks, which go with those 2 warbands, and the bottom as well 2 Universal Rivals decks, which any warband can use: Breakneck Slaughter and Force of Frost. Breakneck Slaughter, as you would imagine, is all our aggro and smashing people's faces in. And Force of Frost is about a bit more board control. So yeah, they're useful for any player who plays Underworld. So even if you don't want to paint a squid or some lazy demonettes, then you absolutely can get this box and still use it for any warband in the game as well.
That would just seem kind of like a waste of money unless you plan off on selling that stuff.
So it's a must-have for any Underworld players.
It's also worth saying this is a really good box to start playing Warhammer Underworld. So any of the season sets basically give you a board, 2 warbands, all the cards you need. So this is a self-contained board game. So just by buying this set without adding anything else to it, you have a complete gaming experience, but obviously gives you an in into Warhammer Underworld if you want.
It's crucially the place to get hold of the latest edition of the rules as well, which is it's the ultimate competitive miniatures games. It's always worth keeping up with the latest set of rules. So DeathGorge is a must-have if you're playing to get hold of those.
You get a sense of how big the squid is.
So wait, they don't have free rules for that? That's kind of a bummer.
On that particular one, don't you?
Massive.
Like I think you kind of imagine it being like a little critter, but actually it's quite considerably larger than most of the other fighters it's up against.
If you play Warhammer Underworld, he's got 4 wounds, which is about the size of a Stormcast Eternal. He's big. There we go. Very cool. I cannot wait to get hold of that box. I'm a big fan of Underworlds. There we go. We've got more.
All right. Well, we've had some stuff in the Mortal Realms. We're going to hop over now to the Old World and have a look.
All right, so I'm going to be ending that VOD there, chat. Don't go anywhere over here on Twitch. I'm just ending the VOD over on YouTube, and we will see you all in the next one. To the people of YouTube, bye.